Good morning, my beautiful friends and family, and welcome back to another vegan bodybuilding full day of eating. I just finished my workout just now, and so we're just gonna pop right into breakfast, but today I'm gonna bring you through all the things that I eat throughout the day, and I have some very important things I wanna talk to you guys about. So first, let's get this breakfast. Okay, for breakfast, we're switching it up a little bit. You guys, if you're longtime viewers, know that I usually start with a smoothie, but we're actually gonna do something different. We did some overnight oats, so this is actually a super bomb blueberry cinnamon vanilla recipe, and I made it last night, obviously, because it's overnight oats. So I'll show you how I did that right now. And after one night, you get this. And then I garnished it with some strawberries and some hemp hearts because, yeah, who knew when I started lifting 10 years ago, I would be sitting here garnishing food and making it look as pretty as possible. But I want to give you a little taste test because this is a new little recipe that I'm trying out here. So do a little of each. Okay. All right. Bon appetit. Oats are so good, and I like go on my oats phase and then I come off my oats phase and whatnot, but like overnight oats are the best because they're super cold, and right now it's super hot, like 108 degrees seriously this weekend, and so this is like perfect. And as you guys know, my pops inspired me to start I almost died. My pops inspired me to start juicing, so we've been drinking juice every single day. This is spinach, carrot, and celery, and that's my breakfast. Real simple, real delicious. Try it out, let me know what you think, and I'm gonna eat all this and then we'll get on with the rest of our day. Oh, and I'm gonna go get my hair cut, so I'll take you guys along with me right now. It's so weird having to actually think about getting a haircut now, because literally for like 4 or 5 years, just never ever, like I didn't get like little trims or anything like that, and cut off like any split ends or nothing, so I just literally haven't been to a hairstylist or a barber in like so long. So it's weird because like a week ago I was like, you know what, my hair's getting a little long, I have to make an appointment. I was like, the one bad part about having short hair. But yeah, it's been super hot lately, so having short hair is like a godsend. It got to 108 degrees this weekend, which is like, anyways, get my hair cut, let's go to the grocery store. So we got all sorts of really good stuff. This is actually pretty cool though. We were looking for some burger buns. We found out that Dave's has a burger, which is pretty cool. We love Dave's stuff. It's got high protein, a lot of extra like sprouted things that it's made out of and stuff, so that's pretty cool. Also, we're at Sprouts, by the way. And then Sam found like this little vegan muffin. She's gonna try this out. It's a vegan super fruit muffin. And then we just got all the assorted things that we need, like lentils, and we got some veggie broth in here. This is my favorite cream cheese by far, which is the Deo one. So good. Stickers falling off. Hey now. And then just a bunch of like other things that we need. Anyways, now we're all stocked up, ready to go home, make some food. Okay, back from the haircut, back from the grocery store. What do you guys think? I'm looking so fresh and so clean. Feeling breakfast tacos. I don't know why, but I'm feeling it. Haven't had like a scrambled tofu type thing in a long time, and I feel like it'd be really good in a taco. So let's make some breakfast tacos. Okay, let's go. So we are starting with like a third of an onion cut just into little pieces. We got a red bell pepper cut into pieces, and then we have like, I don't know, like 8 mushrooms cut into little slices. These are all gonna go into the pan. Next up, we have this super firm tofu. You guys can find this at like Walmart, Sprouts, Whole Foods. It's so good. Basically, they just took tofu and took it to another level. Like, look how thick this is. So this just makes the best, like stir fry for us, like scrambled tofu. Really, it's anything we use tofu in, we now get the super firm. So you're just gonna crumble this in like with your thumbs, and as you flip it around, we're getting a call. As you flip it around, it'll break up more. So it's gonna be the perfect consistency. All right, about 7-8 minutes later, we got the tofu getting a nice little golden brown. So now we're just gonna season it. So this time I'm gonna use a little bit of lime juice. Okay, and then we're just gonna use some spices. So we're gonna use a little bit of turmeric to give it a good color, give it like that yellowish color. And then we're gonna use a copious amount of garlic powder. Can't go wrong there. And then a little bit of some chili powder. I'd probably say like maybe a teaspoon or 2. I really like chili powder with this. Bada boom. And just give it a little toss up. Under the sea, under the sea. All right, there you go. Now you can see we got this nice, super good color because you eat with your eyes first, but also some good flavors in there. And then all of our other stuff is finished here. So we are ready to start making our tacos. All right, tacos complete, looking so dastardly good.
Good. Oh my gosh.
Let's give you guys a taste test. Oh yeah, we're in a car. Why are we in the car? We're gonna go do some errands. We gotta go to the PO box and pick up some PO stuff. But just want to do the taste test here. Does anybody ever eat in their car? Is that weird? Is it just me?
I don't think it's weird.
All right, let's do this.
Oh yeah, baby.
This looks super good. Thanks to Sammy for folding these all. All right.
Cheers.
Immediately good. Man, I love corn tortillas.
Me too.
The tofu, the spices on it really nice. Got a little bit of the turmeric at the back of your tongue. Chili powder's always bomb. I threw some guacamole on mine, and then little chunks of tomato. And then for me, what seals the deal is hot sauce. Now, my debate with the hot sauce is my favorite hot sauce is the Tabasco, Chipotle Tabasco. It's like so good. And then right after that, probably the Taco Bell hot sauce, which I also have a bottle of. Super good. And then Sam has a whole different thing.
Mine is the Brinks Red Hot Buffalo Sauce. So I put that on everything. It's so good.
So this girl literally puts buffalo wing sauce on her tacos.
It's so good.
I gotta hear what you guys think. Is she a complete weirdo?
He thinks I'm so weird for it. Like buffalo wing sauce on everything, like on tacos, everything.
Well, it's just so the fact. Good. It's just the fact that she uses it interchangeably as hot sauce when it's not really hot sauce. It's a whole different thing. It's like saying so sometimes I use teriyaki sauce instead of soy sauce. I'd be like, yeah, I mean you could, but those are two different things. I don't know. So I want to talk about basically the title of this video. So I made a mistake on my diet, I think is what I titled this video. And what I mean by that is, okay, I feel like there's a tremendous amount of pressure being someone who like presents themselves as like a vegan bodybuilder. People like use me as an example for like, oh look, you can have muscle while being vegan, all that kind of stuff. So I feel like there is this external pressure to always look my best and always be like as big as possible and always like shredded and just like have the physique. And while I know that that's not really true, none of that really actually matters. What other people think of you doesn't matter. I still feel that pressure. And then on the other side of it, I also put a lot of pressure on myself. I mean, I've been lifting for 11 or 12 years. This is like one of my big passions. And for me, I've always been very like specific about it. Like I've always been like, you know, I get the exact amount of sleep I need. I drink the exact amount of water I need. I try to stay as tight to my diet as possible. You know, I try to keep lean as possible so I can make as much gains as possible without like having to take any extra time like dieting and all that stuff. So I put a lot of pressure on myself as well. In the last couple of months, if you've been following along, you know that I've been working on my new business, my new acne business, which is just gonna like help people heal their acne naturally, like holistically. And in the last month, we've been really hammering down, probably going over like 2 to 3 times to my marketing guy's house and working on the website, working on like our plan, working on how we're gonna do it. Like right now I'm talking to a lawyer back and forth, getting like the disclaimers right and making sure that everything is like, you know, sealed tight liability wise. So there's been like a ton of extra pressure. And so while I've been diving extra deep into work to balance it out, I've also been diving extra deep on the weekends into just like relaxing as much as possible. Like Sam and me will do our thing in the morning and stuff. And then I'll just play video games like crazy on Saturday and Sunday because it's what I want to do. And it's what I like really enjoy doing on my off time at the moment. But I also am eating a lot less clean, a lot more loose, and we've been eating like a bunch of goofy, crappy food that's not good for you. And personally, I definitely like feel like my physique is suffering a bit, you know what I mean? It's easier for me to eat loose when I'm not like hitting the gym because like I'm working out at home still. And so like a part of me almost is like, you know, it's okay because you're not getting the most optimal workouts anyways. So it's not like you need the most optimal diet. Relax and let yourself, you know, slip a bit. I'm just, you know, word vomiting. I'm just letting you guys know what's going on in my head. I'm not like hating myself or anything like that. I'm totally happy with what's going on, but I do feel like my physique has slipped a little bit. So yeah, sometimes you kind of, I guess, make a mistake on your diet. Sometimes you kind of fall off and that's okay. Walking what I'm preaching, like I'm preaching what I'm practicing. I'm trying to like, you know, keep it balanced in my brain. But anyways, yeah. So there's what's going on with my life and how I feel about my physique. Still like got muscle, but I just feel like I could be doing better. But then I remind myself that it's okay. So
yes,
rant's over.
Yeah.
Anyways, we're gonna eat our tacos. Oh, and then the next meal, so good. It's something I've been wanting to try for a long time. So stick around. It's gonna be really, really good. All right, now we are gonna make a curry, which I've been wanting to make on the channel for a long time, but I just haven't yet. So I'm stoked. We got 3 russet potatoes here, 4 carrots here, an onion. We're gonna take a couple tablespoons of some minced garlic. We have curry powder, tomato paste, can of light coconut milk, some veggie broth, and then in my Instant Pot, I'm cooking 3 cups of dried lentils. And I don't know how much I'm gonna use, but I'm gonna put some of the cooked lentils into the curry. So first off, we're gonna mince a few of these things and then we'll get started. Okay, this recipe might seem like a lot of steps, but it's actually super easy. The first step, we're gonna take an onion that has been minced and And we're just gonna saute that at the bottom of the pan, along with probably like 2 or 3 cloves of garlic if you're a normal person. And if you're an insane person like me and Sammy, then an infinitesimo amount of garlic. You can't overdo the, give me more, there we go, okay. We're gonna let this saute for about 2 or 3 minutes. Okay, so now the onions, the garlic have simmered for a little bit. Now we are just gonna add literally everything else. So we're adding 3 medium-sized russet potatoes that we cut up, 4 carrots that we diced, turned into dimes. I don't know, whatever it's called. I'm not a chef. We're gonna take some tomato paste, and this is probably about, I would say, 5 tablespoons or so, give or take. None of this stuff is super specific, and once you run this recipe a few times, you'll know like, oh, that was too tomatoey, I'm gonna use a little less, or it's not tomatoey enough, or maybe I wanna use pumpkin instead of tomato, whatever. And then we have a can of light coconut milk. You can use the full if you want it to be a little creamier. There's a little bit more fat in the normal one, so this one is just 1 can of that. We're gonna add 2 cups of veggie broth, which is basically half of a box of veggie broth, just to add salt. And then of course, you can always salt it more later if it's not salty enough, but I like to err on the side of caution. And then the cheat code to making curry is just using some curry powder. I know there's like a much more authentic way to do it, but this is a very easy way to do it. So we're just doing 3 teaspoons of curry powder. Okay, so we're just gonna give this a big stir, and that's pretty much it. We're gonna bring this up to a simmer. We're gonna put a lid on it, and we're gonna let it simmer for about 40-45 minutes, just to let all the flavors kind of marry. And then this will be done, ready to eat. And it really is pretty gosh damn simple. So we'll return in about 40 minutes. So we're outside, about to enjoy this curry. It is like 1,000 degrees, so give me just a second here. Do this taste test. But first. Okay, I think we're ready. That's our first time ever making curry. That's so good. Yo, I give that like an 8.5 out of 10. Okay, so what I would do is I would lessen the amount of tomato I use. I'd probably use twice as much salt, so I'll probably re-salt this once I go inside. But other than that, it's perfect. All those lentils in there add some nice texture to it. Really good. Also, like some vegan chicken in here would be bomb. That's really good. I've also got some sourdough because anytime I have something that I can dip bread into, gotta have some sourdough toast. So, oh yeah, this is going on the remake list for sure. That's super good. I don't think so. I don't think so, sister. It's so close to her. She's like, I'm just 1 little peck away. You get out of here. I'll give you some in a second. Okay, your turn.
Okay.
Let's get this taste test.
It's really hot.
It's very hot.
Wow, that's so good. First time making curry. That's really good. The lentils are really good. I really like lentils.
Yeah, but I think like a little less tomato, a little more curry powder.
Yeah.
And it would be perfect. And it killed. So you guys gotta try this at home. Let us know what you think. You guys are gonna love it.
So good.
Fire. So check this out, guys. There's so much ash in the air because they have these huge fires going on in California right now. All the light that's cast through the ash, because there are clouds up there too, but ash is like this really golden color. So you can see the sun looks like that. And it doesn't really show up on camera, but like what it looks like outside, it's crazy. All the light that's coming down is like very golden. So all the cars that go by and stuff, like it's a reflection of like this gold color. So it looks really cool, but then obviously it sucks because like the reason is that there's a huge acre fire, like gigantic. It's not even 1% controlled yet, which is nuts. I remember like this is normal in California. Every like couple of years we have like fire cycles. I remember when I was like, I think like 12 or 11, my dad drove me out to the fires, and it was crazy because my friend lived in this house. So we went to his place and we're watching the fire from his front driveway, and you could see the fire on the hill behind him, and they were like literally fighting it. So like it was crazy because the firefighters were literally fighting to save his house, and if they couldn't and they left, then we all knew that Zach's house was gonna burn down. It looked really, really crazy. But you know what, like if you live in Florida or you know on the East Coast, then you're like used to hurricane season and stuff, and then in California we never have hurricanes, but we have fires. So yeah, it's been crazy this week. Yeah, I don't know, anybody else relate? Anybody like deal with these fires before? It's really weird smelling fire like all day, every single day. Okay, so for our last meal for dinner, we're gonna do a black bean burger recipe that I haven't done in a long time. Actually, I released it 8 months ago in a video, and people have loved it since. Like I've gotten so many stories and like tags on Instagram of people really liking it. So we were feeling some burgers, plus I wanted to bring this back up for anybody who hasn't seen it before. And this recipe is super simple. I'll show it to you like in half a minute. It's super simple, so let me show you this. Okay, for about 4 or 5 minutes, we sauteed 1 onion, like 7 mushrooms and some garlic cloves. Basically the start of all my recipes. And then in a food processor, we have 1.5 cups of oats. We have 2 cans of beans of literally any type of bean you want. I have black bean and cannellini beans because we have a ton of those. And then we are just gonna add the sauteed stuff in there as well. Okay, so we got all that in the processor. Now we're just gonna add 2 to 4 tablespoons of barbecue sauce. We have Sweet Baby Ray's. You can use whatever type you want, and you can use more or less if you want to have more flavor, obviously. Just douse it in barbecue sauce. But this is just to add a little bit of smokiness. You could also add a teaspoon of liquid smoke if you want to add like a good smoky flavor as well. And then we just blend, simple as that. Okay, after a minute or 2 of blending, you should have this kind of consistency. It kind of looks like brownie mix, but it definitely does not taste like brownie mix. So basically what we're gonna do now is we're just gonna take big old messy handfuls of it, and we are gonna form patties. One little tip is it helps if your hands are a bit wet, but either way, you are going to end up kind of getting it everywhere, so beware. But yeah, just make whatever size burgers you want, kind of decent patties. This usually makes like 8 patties or so. All right, so we have 6 on there and 2 on this other tray, so we had 8 patties. These are gonna go in the oven at 400 degrees for 40 minutes. It's gonna be worth it. Trust me. And then we also have a little bonus recipe. No, it's pretty simple. We just got Brussels sprouts here. I know a lot of people hate Brussels sprouts. I used to hate them too until my friend showed me how to roast them like a boss. So basically, cut them in half, put them upwards. That way they get nice and roasted on the inside and they aren't soggy. And then our little secret is we like balsamic vinegar a lot. So me and Sam just give them a nice, good dousing of some balsamic vinegar. And then we do a little spray of some olive oil, just to get a little bit on everyone, to get them a little crunchier. And that's it. We'll probably roast these for about 30 minutes, so I'll wait for a little bit until the burgers are cooked for a little bit, and I'll put these in there, and these will be ready as well. Okay, so while those burgers cook, I'm gonna do a few things. I think 3 things, if I'm correct. I'm gonna shave my beard in a moment. We have a PO box to unbox, and we have a donation to make, so let's open the box first. Oh, don't cut whatever's inside. Very good, very nice. Ready? Eco-friendly packaging. Yo, okay, so this is Banish. You guys probably heard about me talk about them before, but it looks like they just gave me a re-up of everything. All right, so this is the vitamin C cream from Banish. So they have some fire products. It's completely natural, completely vegan, and completely cruelty-free. And so yeah, I've always talked about this brand. It's like one of the only brands when it comes to skincare that I actually promote. I highly suggest getting them if you are into skincare or if you are trying to get rid of like marks on your face, discoloration, or like acne scars. They have this Banisher pen, which is like a dermastamp for your face. I've been using it for like a year now, and I've seen probably about a 30 to 40% improvement in my acne scarring. I have like rolling scars. But yeah, super good stuff. Yeah, I talk about them on the channel every once in a while. I only talk about brands that I actually use, I really like. This one, like I said, I've been using it for such a long time. And one of the cool things about this is with purchases through my link and using my code, which is Brian5 for $5 off your first order of 50 or more, I'm able to also donate some of those commissions, which is really cool. So each month or each like other month, I'll choose a different place to donate to. And last month and the month before that, I told you guys that I'd be donating a bit of each purchase to a vegan sanctuary. So I decided to go with the Gentle Barn because they have a really, really cool, just like nonprofit and everything. It's really cool. So we're about to make that donation right now. Let's do it. All right, so I put in all my information and we are ready to submit. Nice, there we go. Okay, so it went through. Bada boom, bada bang. Some of you guys, you know, got some of this stuff and I'm sure you're stoked with your products, and also we did it for a good cause. So there we go. It is time for your mans to shave his beard because it has been a little bit too long. Sometimes I get lazy, to be honest. And I have the weirdest method. Some of you guys are gonna think I'm such a weirdo, but I actually use hair clippers that you would use for like your head. Go ahead, roast me in the comments, I know. But it's just like 1,000 times faster and it works just about the same. So without further ado, here's me with a beard and here we are.
Oh my God.
With just a mustache. Hold on, just a mustache and what do you call this? A goatee, a goatee.
It's like a soccer dad or something.
Yeah, I'm like, come here, Jake. No, this is what I actually look like to shave it. And just like that, we are beard free. Yeah, it's a lot better than the soccer dad look. Really not a good look. All right, so just follow it up. We are popping open this fresh, brand new pumpkin enzyme mask, which is actually a glycolic acid mask, which is really good for skin health. Yeah, it's definitely like my favorite product by them, other than the vitamin C cream. And we're just gonna put it on our face, let it sit there for about 15 minutes. Literally makes you feel like you have baby fresh, soft skin as soon as it comes out. It tingles a little bit. So we'll wear this until the burgers come out, and then we'll wash it off. Look how good your skin looks.
I know, I've been clearing up lately. I stopped drinking Diet Cokes. They're breaking me out.
Okay, so this will be perfect. We have 20 minutes till the burgers come out, so we'll just leave this on. All right, fresh out the oven, and this is what they're looking like. We got a nice little crisp on one side, and then the other side looks like that. So yeah, these are ready to go. We're gonna make a couple burgers, and then we're just gonna save the rest of them, because it's great because later you can just make a burger out of your fridge in like 13 seconds. Pretty sweet. So, in addition to that big old burger, I also have a salad right here. I used the Green Goddess dressing from Trader Joe's, which I don't even know how to explain it, but it's super bomb. You gotta try it. And then like you saw, obviously there's two big burgers. They look so healthy because all the stuff that's in them, but I assure you they are delicious. But for tradition on my channel, I gotta do a taste test for you guys. All right, here we go. Ready? First bite. So good. Definitely a success. So that is the entire day of eating. A little bit more complex stuff. I don't always eat this complex. Sometimes I eat very simple stuff, just like stir-fried rice mixes and stuff. But today, we kind of had our like chef hat on, so we wanted to kind of go through there and stuff. If you guys want to check out my recipe book, it has all sorts of amazing, easy recipes for the layman's person, for anybody who doesn't have any cooking experience at all. So go to eatveganordieTrying.com. You can check that out. Super good. All 5-star reviews. It's amazing. Today we got done a little bit earlier than usual because we're gonna go to bed super early tonight. It's 5 right now, and we're gonna go to bed around like 6:30 because tomorrow morning we're waking up super early so we can go over to my marketing guy's house and work on the website for the acne program that I've been talking about a lot. I just wanted to mention that because over the last year, maybe 2 years, things have changed a ton in my life, and like a lot of really good things have started and now are coming to like full fruition. And to me, that all has and entirely to do with the fact that we've been basically using like the law of attraction, or like speaking words into existence, or the power of your subconscious mind, whatever you want to call it. Basically, every single day we say wealth and abundance comes to me in all forms, whether it be financial or it be relationships, friendships, opportunities, just happiness, mood, all that kind of stuff. We say it right before bed because that's when your mind is the most likely to absorb that and then take that as truth and then put it into your subconscious mind, and then from that point on, your subconscious mind says, that's the truth, let's make it happen. And so for me, doing that every single night has changed things immensely. I also don't allow any negative words to be spoken by my brain, so if I think like, oh, like I'm not making that much money, or like, oh, it's not gonna work out, I shouldn't do that, I always say, no, and I reword it somehow, you know what I mean? So I just like word it in a more positive way. Like it maybe will ebb and flow and the money won't be here right now, but it will come at some point. And so like always having a positive mindset for me is huge. Now, I don't know if this is interesting to you guys, but if this is interesting to you guys, let me know in the comments below, because I'd like to explore this a little bit more on my channel, explain to you, you know, how I like make things happen, how I'm able to like succeed in social media and in my businesses, but also how I'm able to like gain self-esteem, confidence, feel good about my life, keep a positive attitude, all that kind of stuff. So if you guys are interested in that stuff, let me know in the comments so I can explore it more with you guys. And with that, brings us to the end of the video. So if you guys enjoyed it, please give it a big old thumbs up. Let me know what your favorite meal out of all the meals was in the comments below. Subscribe if you're not subscribed already, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
Team Beyond the Week. CT, every